Welcome to Healthy Happy Life. So today I want to talk about intermittent fasting and basically how it's helped me and where I'm at in my journey so far and basically what it is. So first of all, I am 227 pounds. I'm 5'6", like 5'6.5" to be technical. And when I started my weight loss journey, I was 330 pounds. So I've lost 103 pounds so far. And I still have 77 pounds to go to my goal. My goal is 150 pounds for my height. That would be like the threshold of not being overweight anymore. I think it's like 151 pounds where I would be considered overweight. So anyway, that's my goal. I'm determined to get there. I don't care how long it takes to get there. And one of the tools that I use to be able to lose weight is intermittent fasting. Other things I do, just so you know, is basically I work out at the gym. I use Weight Watchers to track my food. And by the way, if you're a Weight Watchers person, my color is blue. I've swapped out colors and I've kind of realized that blue is definitely like the team that I want to be on. That's what's most beneficial for me. And I also do the intermittent fasting like I was talking about. I also track my water intake every day. I also use MyFitnessPal, that app that's free, and I track my calories. And I also track my macros using that same app. So I do a lot of things. I track my water too. I don't know if I said that or I think I said that. Anyway, okay. I digress. The point is, I do a lot of things. I'm super anal about like trying to do the right thing every single day and trying to be perfect so that I can lose. I track my weight every single day. I get on the scale in the morning at 8 a.m. I do that because I try to see where I screwed up the day before. A lot of times I'll know, damn, I was busy at work and I forgot to get my water in. And then I won't see a loss the next day, in the next morning when I wake up. And it's because I didn't get my water in and I'm retaining a little bit of water. So just little things like that. I know that's probably way too anal and a lot of people don't recommend that. I personally do recommend that, but to each their own. You got to do you got to do what's best for you. That's what's helped me. But going back to intermittent fasting and just explaining to you what it is exactly is your body needs energy 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at all times. And it gets its energy by getting it from a fuel source. The normal fuel source that your body uses is from food. And on a cellular, molecular, whatever level, what that is getting it from your glycogen, which is your glucose levels inside your body, which is basically your sugar levels. It will use all that glycogen up in your body. And then once that's depleted, and basically it will go to your fat storage in your body. So that's the key. That's how it is so beneficial for losing weight, but also boosting your metabolism. By the way, if you hear tapping around, it's because my dogs are like walking around the house randomly. They're just like, oh, I want some food. I want some water. Oh, I want to go outside. Let me walk around the house. Oh, no, now my dog is staring at me. She wants me to take her out. Okay, forget that. Okay. Anyway, sorry. So anyway, the point is with fasting is that your body switches to the fat storage of burning your fat storage basically to get its energy source. So that's what the point of intermittent fasting is. You want your body to switch to that fat burning mode, and you want it to do it for like a little while, like maybe an hour or two, before you eat. So what does that look like for you? Basically, the ideal is to get to 16 hours of fasting per day and 8 hours of eating. But you wouldn't start out that way. You would start out like 12 hours of fasting and 12 hours of eating. And you can have a little bit of benefit from doing the 12 hours and 12 hours on and off. But the ideal is going to be the 16-8, okay, ratio. That's basically what the researchers have figured out. You can read that in a lot of books on intermittent fasting, is the 16-8. There are some folks that will fast for longer levels of time. They'll go all the way up to 24 hours of fasting, and you're like, 24 hours of fasting? You're like, how in the hell? that means you don't eat. No, it does. Basically, you fast for 24 hours, and then that 24th hour, you eat real quick, and then you don't eat again until another 24 hours later. So I've done that a couple times. I tried it. It's not for me. That's too crazy for me. I want to eat more than just once a day. That's nuts to me. But that's just me. You got to do you again. So anyway, point is, you want to slowly get your body adjusted to the 16 and 8. But you would start off the 12 and 12, do that for like a week or two, then switch it to, or you do it for a couple days, then switch it to 13 hours of fasting and 11 hours of eating, and then 14 hours of fasting, just like that. Just slowly do it so your body gets adjusted to it, because what happens is your body gets used to that schedule and you're actually not hungry during the time that you're fasting. I know like a lot of people think I'm crazy when I tell them about it, and they're like, there's no way I could do that. Well, it's because your body's used to eating the same times that you usually eat every day. And when you don't eat during the time that you do eat, you get hangry. Well, the same thing happens for me. It's just a different schedule. So normally, for example, what I do is I actually fast for like 17 or 18 hours a day. And if I get to that 17th, 18th hour, usually if I go past that, I get hangry. So same thing happens for me. Your body gets used to what you normally do. But anyway, the reason you want to get to that 16th hour is that's what most people, that's when you really get into that window of like fat burning. So I try to like go a couple hours past that and have a couple hours of fat burning more, more so anyway. Anyway, so that's what I do. A lot of people, what they'll do is when they get close to the point of time that they're going to start eating again and they're going to break their fast. By the way, that's why breakfast is called breakfast. It's breaking the fast. When they get close to breaking their fast, they will work out. And that's more beneficial if you can do that, depending on your schedule, because when you're working out, you need more energy to be able to work out. Well, where does it get its energy? Well, you're in the fat burning stage. When you're getting close to breaking your fast, you finally switch to that. So guess what? You're going to burn even more fat. You're going to burn more calories because you're working out right before you break your fast. So a lot of people do that. I can only do that personally on the weekends, because just my schedule, basically, because I don't break my fast until 2:00 in the afternoon and I'm at work Monday through Friday. So I can't do that until the weekends. And I usually try to partake in that, on the weekends. I just recommend, and a lot of people recommend, if you're going to do that, don't do like a HIIT workout. That's like a really like strenuous workout, because you don't want to pass out. You want to do something that is going to really like deplete you to the point of like passing out. It's not a good idea. So that's just common sense. But basically, the benefits of fasting is obviously like boosting weight loss, boosting your metabolism, but it's also helps you think more clearly. It also actually normalizes your sugar levels because it's burning all that glucose in your body, and it normalizes your sugar levels. And that just makes sense in general. If you think about it, basically people back in the day, in like the caveman era, let's say, food was not always so readily available. We didn't just always have an abundance of food like we do in modern times. So you had to like hunt for your food and go get it. And that's when you ate. So you didn't know the next time that you were going to eat. So your body, they found in research, is actually does better in general by having some form of fasting in your life. So you can read a lot of studies on it, but it's definitely more beneficial. It actually normalizes your sugar levels, where if you're like a diabetic, and I'm not talking a diabetic that's like dependent on insulin, but like you're a diabetic that your numbers are slightly elevated, let's say, you do intermittent fasting, you can get normalized sugar levels. I saw that with myself. I'm not diabetic, but I have been diagnosed before pre-diabetic. At this point, I have perfect sugar levels. I've had my A1C checked twice in this last year. A second time because my gynecologist, when she was checking my hormone levels, she was like, we're going to check your A1C too. And I was like, listen, lady, I just had my A1C done and it is perfect. And she was like, yeah, I don't care. I'm totally going to check it myself too. So I was like, whatever, check it. She called me and was like, how in the heck do you have perfect levels like that? And I tried to tell her, listen, lady, I told you I've been losing weight. I do intermittent fasting. So anyway, you can read about that, how your blood sugar levels will get normalized through intermittent fasting. So that's not just something hoopla I'm making up. There's research on that. Keep in mind, if you are diabetic or if you have any kind of health concerns or just in general, even if you're completely healthy, you always want to check with your doctor before you do anything drastic that's different than what you are used to doing. I'm not a dietitian. I am not a doctor. I'm just somebody that reads a lot and has tried this and it works for me. So just keep that in mind. That's my little, thing there, my little warning. But anyway, yeah, intermittent fasting is really helpful. It's worked for me. I, started off not doing intermittent fasting. Like I've done it most of the time of my weight loss journey. I've been doing this since February 2019, but, yeah, like it just definitely boosted once I started doing that. It started boosting like the speediness, I guess, of losing weight. So it's beneficial. I would recommend after you check with your doctor, if you want to try out trying to lose weight, like your own traditional method, however you want to do that, whether it's Weight Watchers, keto, whatever you're doing, try it out first without doing it and then switch to also doing the intermittent fasting and you'll see a difference. Also keep in mind, a lot of people think intermittent fasting, you can do that and just eat whatever the hell you want. That's not true. You have to eat healthy. It's not like some magic pill that you can take where it's just like, I'm going to eat I'm going to eat 8 hours a day and I'm going to fast 16 hours a day. I'm going to eat whatever the hell I want. No, it doesn't work like that. You have to eat healthy. But it's really a good tool to use. So I definitely recommend it. I also definitely, obviously, recommend subscribing to my channel and liking this video because I'm going to have a heck of a lot more videos encompassing weight loss, just health in general, but also health for your mind because, this whole journey I'm on, basically it's about mental health and it's about general health and also weight loss, just learning how to have a happier life. So yeah, I recommend definitely following up with me to see the other awesome videos that I have planned. And just keep in mind, I'm somebody that's in the middle of this journey. There's not a lot of folks that do that. They'll wait till they lose all their weight. And then you're looking at them skinny and you're just like, yeah, I kind of wanted to watch like some of the journey there, lady. But yeah, waited to the end. Like, what the heck? At least that's what I think when I watch some of these people. And I think it's cool. Like, I definitely like looking at their old pictures of when they were like bigger. And now they're like, this person that's 150 pounds or 130 pounds and they look amazing and have all these awesome tips. And it's awesome to watch their channels. Don't get me wrong. But it would definitely be cool to see somebody that's like had success, but they're still in the middle of it. So that's basically why I started my channel. And I want to have more awesome videos to come. So definitely like and subscribe and stay tuned. Yeah.